Hi yummy mummies, I have some more stretches for you. So today we're going to focus more on standing stretches. So please have yourself a brick or maybe a bottle if you don't have a brick to help you with the stretches. So what we're going to do here is, first of all, we're going to come into a lunge, taking the right foot to the front and your right arm inside your right leg. If you wish to, you can hold yourself lifted up onto that block or the hand down onto the floor. That will depend on obviously how big your baby is, but you want to keep the leg out to the side, not pressing onto your tummy, and keep pushing your hips forward so you start feeling your hip flexors, your quadriceps on the front or your left leg, the right inner thighs, the right glutes, and your back nice and long here. You might want to maybe just do a few forward swings back, or you just want to hold it nice and still here. Really is up to you. Then from here, we're going to see if we can maybe lengthen that brick and keep supporting yourself with your left hand. Tuck your left toes under and bring your left heel down onto the floor, bringing the heels in line with one another. And we're going to push the hips forward, keep supporting yourself with your brick. And go ahead, open up your chest here, lengthening your gaze out towards your left shoulder. Keep that chest nice and tall, opening. Good. You can bring your arm down onto your leg as well if the floor feels too low for you. A nice stretch again for the inner thighs, for the legs. Then once you spend enough time here, what we're going to do here is straighten that right leg so that we can take ourselves into a triangle pose. Again, having your brick in front of you. Keep opening up your chest, imagining a wall behind you. You're touching your shoulders to that wall nicely. Keep extending out. If you wish to, you can extend your top arm over your ear as well. Third trimesters, try and stay away from that. And maybe just extend it just for a little time, not too long. Feeling the side of the torso, feeling the inner thigh stretching. Keep engaging those quadriceps, lengthening yourself nicely out. Good. Again, after you hold it here long enough, we're going to this time bring ourselves back to the statue. We're going to turn the toes to the front. Have your brick in front of you once again and see if you can straighten your legs out. Third trimester, don't go too deep into that stretch. And keeping your spine nice and tall here. Avoid going lower than a 90-degree angle. So if you wish to have your fingers on the floor, you can. Or maybe work on the levels of your brick. But try and keep your spine nice and tall. And once again, the quadriceps are really pulling here. We don't sink into that back. Good. Keeping the chest nice and long. And what you could do here is keep your left arm on the floor and then see if you can just extend your right arm onto your hip and a tiny twist, looking towards your right shoulder. Good. And then you can switch that. Looking towards your left shoulder, just a tiny twist again, feeling that back. And the twist comes more from your middle back rather than the lower back, so we can open up the chest. Good. And then what we're going to do here is bring the heels in towards one another. And then see if you can bend your knees to lift yourself up into your goddess pose, which will be really strong for your legs. Strengthening is very important for us ladies still. Good. Hold it here for a moment. Nice and strong. You can bring your palms into your chest. You can bring your shoulder blades in towards one another. The arms the same positioning as the legs. So you can just change it a little bit here. Good. And when you have enough, you bring your palms back down onto the floor. You gently bring your right knee down. Keep that left leg extended. Again, lift yourself up so that you don't compress onto the tummy. Push that hip out a little bit so you can feel the stretch on your inner thighs on the left. Good. And then you can switch, reaching to the opposite side. Pushing the hips to the right, feeling the inner thighs on the right, stretching. Good. So remember that bump in front of you. You don't compress into the bump into the baby at all, guys. Just feeling the stretch, nice and open with the hips. Good. And when you have enough, you bring your knees back down to the floor. And then have your toes together, your knees apart. Extend your bricks in front of you. And then push your belly button forward, just feeling that back a little bit. Maybe you might want to move from side to side here, just kind of bit. There There we go, good. Opening up that chest and the back. Nice, ladies. Perfect. Then afterward from here, you can just start extending your brick slightly a bit more forward from you and just rest your elbows down onto your brick. Once again, giving enough space for the baby. And just let go here to release yourself, to relax yourself. Well done, ladies. Now remember, you will need to repeat on the other side so that you have even stretch, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.